Software test planning. Interview questions on software test planning. What is test planning? The activity of establishing or updating a test plan. What is test plan? A document describing the scope, approach, resources and schedule of intended test activities. It identifies amongst others test items, the features to be tested, the testing tasks, who will do each task, degree of tester independence, the test environment, the test design techniques and entry and exit criteria to be used, and the rationale for their choice, and any risks requiring contingency planning. It is a record of the test planning process. What is IEEE test plan template? IEEE 829 test plan template. Test plan identifier. Introduction. References. Test items. Features to be tested. Features not to be tested. Approach. Item pass or fail criteria. Suspension criteria and resumption requirements. Test deliverables. Testing tasks. Environmental needs. Responsibilities. Staffing and training needs. Schedule. Risks and contingencies. Approvals. What are the important tasks in test planning stage? Understanding and analyzing the requirements. Risk analysis. Test strategy implementation. Test estimations, scope of the project, time, budget, available resources. Team formation. Test plan documentation. Configuration management planning. Traceability matrix. Defining test environment setup. What are the reference documents for test planning? Reference documents for test planning stage. Requirements. Project plan test strategy. Design docs. Process guidelines docs, corporate standards docs, etc. What is the output of test planning stage? Test plan document. How test lead defines test lab setup. Test lead defines test environment setup based on system requirements specification document. What are the considerable factors for test estimations? Scope of the project, time, budget, available human and environmental resources. Who is the author of test plan document? Test lead or team lead. Who approves test plan document? Generally, project manager approves the test plan document after the review process. What is test point analysis? The formula-based test estimation method based on function point analysis. What is software test process? The fundamental test process comprises test planning and control, test analysis and design, test implementation and execution, evaluating exit criteria and reporting, and test closure activities. What is function point analysis? The method aiming to measure the size of the functionality of an information system. The measurement is independent of the technology. This measurement may be used as a basis for the measurement of productivity, the estimation of the needed resources, and project control. What is entry criteria in test plan? The set of generic and specific conditions for permitting a process to go forward with a defined task, e.g. test phase. The purpose of entry criteria is to prevent a task from starting which would entail more wasted effort compared to the effort needed to remove the failed entry criteria. What is exit criteria in test plan? The set of generic and specific conditions, agreed upon with the stakeholders, for permitting a process to be officially completed. The purpose of exit criteria is to prevent a task from being considered completed when there are still outstanding parts of the task which have not been finished. Exit criteria are used to report against and to plan when to stop testing. What is test deliverable? Any test work product that must be delivered to someone other than the test work product's author. What are the test deliverables in software test process? Test deliverables. Test plan document. Test cases. Test design specifications. Tools and their outputs. Simulators. Static and dynamic generators. Error logs and execution logs. Problem reports and corrective actions. What is master test plan? A test plan that typically addresses multiple test levels. What is wideband Delphi? An expert-based test estimation technique that aims at making an accurate estimation using the collective wisdom of the team members.